YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about the updated Washington Commanders salary cap as of June 1st. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5 racks, so make sure you guys get me there. Hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Let's get straight into today's video. So the Washington Commanders, as we know, in the NFL, after June 1, more money starts to come in for NFL teams for players that they've cut. For us, an example, Landon Collins. We released Landon Collins, but his money wasn't going to take into effect until after June 1. Made him a June 1 cut to save more salary cap, or to have more salary cap coming eventually, and that day has came. And now the Washington Commanders have more money. So as of right now, the Washington Commanders sit at about $18 million in salary cap. And what are we going to do with that money, you may ask? $18,308,265 to be exact. 265 to be exact. Now you may be like, Juan, what are we going to do with that money? You can do a lot of things with that money. My first thing would be they will probably want to extend Terry McLaurin, so they're probably going to use that money on Terry, in my opinion. But if they don't use it on Terry, you can see them probably address the linebacker role that Ron Rivera talks about a lot, where he says he wants to add a veteran linebacker to this group. You can see them go adding another defensive tackle, because you know the D-line depth is pretty. It got better with adding Phidarian Mathis in the draft, but still after him, who do we have? Do you want to roll with Daniel Wise? Do you want to, you know, have Bum New on Teamy? You want to have all these guys that we had last year playing defensive tackle for us? Again, Daniel Wise is more of a defensive end, and he was pretty solid for us last year in the small role that he did play later in the season. But do you really have faith in those guys to come in and substitute for Phidarian, Duran, and John? I personally don't feel comfortable with that. I mean, it's a huge drop off from having Matt Ioannidis and Tim Settle as your backup D tackles. Then you go to Phidarian Mathis and Daniel Wise. Now again, Phidarian Mathis is probably going to be really good, but again, he's still a rookie. You don't know what you're getting from him. So I think they could go out and probably add like a star to the Lele or something like that, just because, again, the former Panther connection, and just have a veteran presence on that defensive line group. So again, there's a lot that you could do with that $18 million. You can go out and even get Landon Collins back, who the rumors were circulating that he was interested in coming back, and maybe we were interested in bringing him back. And now you can use that money that you recuperated from his contract and sign him back to a much smaller deal. And in my opinion, I wouldn't mind having Landon Collins back if he's playing that Buffalo nickel role and playing that role that he flourished at last year. Now, if you're bringing him back to be a high safety, no. Long as he's playing that role that he was playing last year by the line of scrimmage, we're good, because he was being a disrupting force. He was making plays, and he was looking good. So I wouldn't mind doing any option that we go with this money. I wouldn't mind. And even if we saved it, you know, I wouldn't really see a purpose of saving it. But like, and again, maybe you save it for in-season injuries or something like that. You know, because you never know. You know, Washington, we get hit by the injury bug a lot, and you never know what can happen. So that money could definitely come into effect. But looking at it from Washington's standpoint, I think they're just going to save this money for Terry. That's what I would do. At least that would be my first option, to save it for Terry. Give Terry his money, man. 5 years, $115 million is a contract that I feel like is realistic. 23 per, but I could definitely see him wanting more. So again, we have more money now from post June 1. Could you go out and get a veteran D lineman? Yes. Could you go out and get a veteran linebacker like Dante Hightower? Yes. Me personally, if anything, I would do Terry. But if we don't use this money on Terry, then I would definitely probably go get a veteran linebacker like Dante Hightower, or someone of that nature. Me personally, K1 Alexander is a guy that I would love to take a 1-year chance on. He's 27 years old, man, but the dude has tremendous talent. He just can never stay healthy, man. Remember, he was with the Saints last year. He played with the 49ers, and I believe he played with the Saints again. He just can never stay healthy, but when the guy's on the field, he plays really solid, man. And I would just take a 1-year chance on him. But again, we're Washington. We don't do things like that. We don't take 1-year chances on guys like K1 Alexander, you know? So again, it's a lot you can do. But I feel like the safer and the more smarter option that Washington's going to choose, which they should, is to use this money on Terry McLaurin. I mean, this guy's been your best player since 2019. He's one of the best receivers in all of football, and he hasn't been able to show that because of the quarterback situation, but he's still been putting up 1,000-yard seasons, just shy of 1,000 yards. His rookie year put up 919 yards. So again, give this man what he deserves. Give this man his worth. I'm all for him in the player's corner, like Jonathan Allen said. I'm in the player's corner in these situations. Give Terry McLaurin his money. I think that contract is probably going to get done closer to training camp, so probably like mid-July, you know, early mid-July, or maybe even a couple days prior to start of training camp. So again, I'm still not worried about it. I think we're going to get it done. But as we get closer to that deadline, you know, of training camp starting, then you could really, you know, then I would probably, you know, feel a little like, what are we doing? But then again, I got trust in Ron, man. He hasn't stirred me wrong yet with signing these players. So I got trust in him, man, and I feel like this is gonna be a good year, man. But overall, Washington sits at about 18 million in cap space, and we have some cap room. It'll be fun to see what we do with it, if we do anything with it at all. So let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. As always, it's me, boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Help to the Washington Commanders. And yeah, again, let me know video ideas that you have for me. This is the slow part of the offseason. As you guys know, we get to this part every year. So leave all your video ideas down below in the comment section. Washington Commander related, NFL related, whatever you have for me, leave it down in the comment section. This is the best time to get a video that you would like to see me do out, because again, like I said, it's nothing to really talk about. So any video idea you would like to see me do, let me know, and I'll definitely make sure I'll shout you out in the video. So again, as always, being boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Help to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. I'm out. Yeah, and the last thing, along with having that contract extension with Terry McLaurin and now having this new money, if you were in charge of writing out Terry McLaurin's next contract or making an offer to him, what would be your one contract offer for Terry? Me personally, like I said, I saw it on Instagram. 5 years, 115 million would be my offer. But again, if he wants to go to 26 million because he sees AJ Brown has made 25 and Christian Kirk got paid and DJ Moore got paid, I would definitely give him 26 or 25, because I personally feel like he's better than AJ Brown. He just hasn't been able to show that, because he's had quarterbacks like Taylor Heineke, like Ryan Fitzpatrick, like Dwayne Haskins, may God rest his soul, and you know, Case Keenum and Alex Smith, one-legged Alex Smith, and Kyle Allen's, and now that he has a legitimate starting NFL quarterback, at least we hope so and think so, in Carson Wentz, he's going to be able to show what he's really worth. So yeah, man. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section again down below. I had to come back to add that one little part. As always, being boy Juan Gotti. I'm out. Peace.